Welcome back. So I've pretty much just wired a few more things before we actually start working with Firebase again. I want to work with functions, etc., but I want to kind of get the wiring done in the front end and in my client side before we start working with the back end, right? So what I've done this lesson is pretty much just add a few lines of code so that when I click the upload button right here, what's going to happen is it's going to open the dialog, the old file dialog that exists, and then that file dialog I can now click an image and say open. Now when I do this, an event will be sent throughout the entire column system, etc., and it'll end up right here inside the actual debugger here. Let me just try and select the picture right here and say open, and you'll see I actually hit the debugger breakpoint right here in my code. We'll get back to that code. What I'm sending, the information that I'm sending when I'm actually doing this is not only the actual image that I want to upload, which is available right here. That's the file that I'm about to upload. So here I have the metadata and the actual file, right? But it's also information about the folder. So in here there's also information about the actual folder that I want to upload to. So we can use those two pieces of information now in the next lesson to actually start uploading our picture to Firebase, and then we can actually add the picture right here so we can later on do whatever we want to do with it, right? Sweet. Let's just continue right here and I'll show you the code that I made to make this happen. First of all, remember this is now a label, not an actual button, so I had to make a few changes there. Behind the label there's actually an input. So let me just try and show you that as well. So if I click this guy, you'll see a label popping up right here. There's a label, and right below the label there's actually an input field. But the input field has display none, meaning you cannot see it. And an input field with the type of file, that's actually how simple it is to get this beautiful dialog that you're seeing when I'm clicking this guy, right? That's just an input with the type of file. That's why you see the dialog. So that's all we had to kind of do right here, and now that's up and running. And let's just jump into the code now to see it as code, right? Here we have the label that I talked about. It has a for statement right here, a property that explains that this upload input, when I click this guy, you should actually call this guy, right? That's why it has the ID of upload input right here, and then the type file, meaning that when I click this guy, Kaboomy will hit this guy. Now he has a change event saying that when I actually do something and I press cancel or save right now, it'll actually call the upload file to folder emitter inside my TS code right here, upload file to folder, that'll be hit, and that'll of course send the event throughout our entire system. We built that earlier, all the way into the albums list component right here, and then I'll hit the add upload file to folder function right here, and then that's where we hit the breakpoint I just showed you, right? So sweet, that's how we have to do it. Now we just need to go in here now, next lesson, and figure out how we'll actually upload to Firebase, right? Because now we have all the information required to start uploading this to Firebase, and that's what we're going to do next lesson. So see you next time, have fun.